we had mentioned that we would talk about mandatory disclosures in the state of Georgia and in the state of Texas. And so, if Tammy, if you don't mind, I would love to start with you and have you give us kind of a list of the disclosures. So, disclosures are meant to make sure that there's a level playing field and everything's fair between sellers and buyers, that give buyers the opportunity to understand things that sellers might believe are wrong with the house. So, anyway, what mandatory disclosures do you have in the state of Texas?
All right, we have a lot of
Okay.
disclosure. Typical disclosure would be a seller's disclosure notice. That's just
Right.
about the
And
general property condition.
is that required? The state says you have to have one of these on a transaction?
In most transactions, yes, it is required. If it's
Okay.
bank owned, no. But in pretty much every transaction in selling a 1 to 4 family residential,
Right.
it applies. And yes, it is mandatory property code, state of Texas required that it has to be disclosed. And there are certain things that it has to be disclosed. Yeah.
So, mandatory seller's property disclosure in the state of Texas, no mandatory seller's property disclosure in the state of Georgia.